February was absolutely amazing. Amazing. You guys should know that. You saw massive gains. But in case you're wondering, we had almost a 20,000, yes, 20,000 monthly gain performance. It is the best in Bitcoin's history. We have never seen, even when Bitcoin hit 69,000 in 2021, we had a really good month. We never had a month as good as the last one we just had. Think about that. Nearly 20K candle. That's fantastic. So can March be even better? Who's to say it can't? Maybe we print a 25K candle this time around. But that is a record, guys. A record for Bitcoin. Also, if you're tracking monthly, we have printed 6 consecutive months of green. And you can see in February, we had a 43.55% gain. That's the top left-hand side. 43.55. That is among the largest we have ever seen. Going all the way back to 2020. In 2020, in December, we had a 46.92 gain. And then prior to that, in 2019, in May, we had a 52.1. And I see in 2017, we had several 50% gains. We had one in May, we had one in November, and in October 47%, but and August 65%, right? Hey, 2017 was absolutely fantastic, and that, my friends, was a year after the halving event, because 2016 was the halving event, right? So if 2017 was even better than 2016, imagine what 2025 will be like. 2024 so far, outstanding. And we haven't even hit halving event yet. So we'll see what March does, and then April and the remaining of this year. But whatever it's going to do, I think it's going to be fantastic. And 2025 will be even better. And yesterday, here's the thing. I keep talking about supply shock. I keep talking about BlackRock. And, at this point in time, really what they do should not surprise anyone. So yesterday, for whatever reason, and it could be today too, we'll see, Grayscale sold nearly $600 million to the Bitcoin. And because of it, Bitcoin did seem to have a little weakness, went down to 60,000, and then people were wondering what's going on. 600 million is a lot. But you know what? On the opposite side, guess who bought more than 600 million? BlackRock. BlackRock alone bought $604 million of the Bitcoin. So if there's any doubt, for, I don't know, if there's whether or not there's enough buyers to soak up all the sellers, I mean, this proves it. BlackRock alone just ate up everything that Grayscale sold. That's $600 million worth, guys. Who else on the planet has enough Bitcoin that can equal Grayscale selling or even surpass it? The answer is probably nobody. There's a few entities that may hold a little bit more than Grayscale, but very little. And are they going to be dumping 600 million per day? Outside of Satoshi and maybe, I don't know. Well, we have the U.S. government and China both holding, I think, $2 billion, $3 billion of the Bitcoin. I mean, unless they simultaneously dumped it at the same time, right? $600 million of the Bitcoin soaked up like it was nothing. And you know what? iBit is the newest $10 billion club. It's the fastest ETF in history to reach 10 billion. So let that sink in. The fastest ETF ever in history to reach the 10 billion club. That's how much demand there is. Okay, the supply shock is real. And look at this. BlackRock already holds 161,000 Bitcoin. I've talked about how BlackRock is going to catch up to MicroStrategy really, really quickly. MicroStrategy has 193,000. BlackRock already has 161,000. And that's within 1 month. What about second month? Are they going to be up to 300,000? What about month 3, 4, 5? By the end of this year, they can hold more than even Satoshi and have more than 1 million Bitcoin. That inflow is not stopping. And in case you're wondering, the OTC supply is also, I don't know how this gets measured, but the OTC supply is basically near zero. Okay. Like you can see, this goes all the way back to 2019. So I don't know which OTC desk this is measuring. But yeah, obviously we had, a big run up going up to 2020, right? And we started coming down since then. But if you're looking at this, because of the ETFs and whale buying, we're basically near zero. I don't know how much Coinbase have left to sell, but I'm just going to say, go on a limb, by sometime this year, there's just nothing. Coinbase is going to close doors to these OTC buys because there's just not enough. They need to reserve it for their own retail investors too, right? So again, supply shock. You add all this together. This is why Bitcoin is moving so fast and Bitcoin's unstoppable. And a lot of people are asking, why doesn't Bitcoin go down? We should be having, we should have a dip. We should have a major dip. We should have a retracement. We should have this. We should have that. How could you have any kind of retracement when there's this much buying? Here's another example of our current trajectory. We have broken through, okay, what do you call this? This 4-year cycle resistance. That's probably a Fibonacci level. Rec Capital didn't say what it is, but it's probably some Fibonacci level. And normally speaking, it's that 61.8 level, and it never, ever, ever breaks before the halving event. And look at what just happened, right? So again, we're very, very ahead. We have just printed the very first red dot, which means officially we are in the bull market cycle. So I would say we have officially entered a parabolic bull market cycle. I would say, according to Plan B, like the accumulation stage, the blue, that for me is the bull market. That means we started a new 4-year cycle and we started trending upwards, right? But now is when we get to the parabolic cycle. Okay, we have printed our very first dot and there's many more dots to come.